Hello everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Molly and I do book content here on YouTube. I do a mixture of Christian and non-Christian and basically anything that's book related, like tags, hauls sometimes, the odd vlog as well. I've not done that many, but I've done a couple. And yeah, I'm basically here to do another book related video. So today I'm actually doing a video that I saw a video quite a decent while ago by Reese from the writing Songbird. I love videos, so I'll leave the video that I saw down below. And she was showing her bookmarks. And I've never seen anyone do anything like that before. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. And I kept that in the back of my mind thinking I could do that because I do have some bookmarks. And so today it has finally come. I am going to show you my own bookmarks. So I hope you find this interesting. And yeah, I just thought it would be a nice easy video. I thought about doing a tag, but then I was like, there's no tag that I want to do this week really that I feel like I want to do. So I thought I would show you my bookmarks. So firstly, I have to tell you this mug does have more than just bookmarks in because I don't have places to put things, but they are related sometimes. So I'll just briefly show you whilst I have these out. So I have some sticky things. They're called index markers here, but they're the little tabs, your kind of stereotypical tabs. And then I've also at the back got these selections of tabs as well, and these are more pretty different types, so I can try and match them to the book I'm reading, to the cover. It doesn't always work, but I try. But the rest is all my bookmarks, other than a couple which I will show you because I do have them in here. I do have books that I'm reading that do technically have bookmarks in, but they're not my bookmarks. Or it was something that was already in there. So it's not really a bookmark that's mine, although technically it kind of is. But there we go. Yeah. So let's get started. I don't know which one to start with. I've got quite a few. So I'll show you the mug first. So this is the mug. This was actually my dad's mug. We gave it to him for Father's Day a long time ago, as you can probably tell by the picture. I don't even know how old I was there. I'm thinking probably about 15, 14, something like that. It was quite a long time ago now. So yeah, so that's a picture of my dad. Of my dad and me at my mum's. And it's just the same picture all the way around. I don't know where my mum got it from. It was probably online. She sorted it all out, so I was a bit young. I was not doing stuff like that. If anything, it was a card. So yeah, but yeah, that's where I keep my bookmarks. Well, I say brew, it's actually a coffee. Most of the time, most British people say brew for a cup of tea. But anyway, so I'm gonna just start with the one at the front. From here. So yeah, some of these you might have seen briefly before in pictures and stuff like that from when I've shown, if you're on my Instagram. So you might see glimpses of, you will have seen glimpses of probably all of my bookmarks now, but it's fine. So this bookmark was actually made for me by my little brother. He would do wood burning for a while, and so he would burn me a bookmark for, good question, I think it was for my birthday, but it wasn't ready, so he actually gave it me for Christmas. So it was kind of like a birthday and Christmas present sort of thing. And so this is what he did. So he wood burned our cats. So on one side is Dora, our older cat. And obviously it's like that normally, but the way it's drawn, it's because she's lying down, landscape. And then the other side is the opposite, it's portrait. And this is our youngest cat, Bean. And that is her on one of those fence poles where you put fences up in your garden. And that's her stood on one of them. And yeah, so my brother made me that. I love it. It's not very good for books though. I find it keeps falling out, which is unfortunate, but I still use it, and I do what I said about the tabs. I usually try and match my bookmarks to my book covers. It doesn't always work, but you know, there we go. Okay, so the next thing is technically not a bookmark, but I use it as one. So there's this, and it has a verse. I don't know who the verse is by. It's not a verse from the Bible, I don't think, but it's Christian. And I'll tell you what it says. And it says, God, grant me the courage to change the things I can change, the serenity to accept those I cannot change, and the wisdom to know the difference. So it's a very famous one. I'm sure a lot of you probably know it, but that's what this is. And this was actually on my dad's wall. So when he passed away and we were going through all of his stuff, you know, taking stuff off his walls, I decided to keep that as a bookmark. And there was a lot more wrinkly, but I accidentally dropped it into my bath, and it straightened it out. Which is good, because I was worried I was going to have to bin it, but I didn't, so that's good. Okay, so the next one, well, just to preface, a lot of my bookmarks come from Waterstones. So, and what I usually do is I try not to spend too much money on them. Some of them could be a bit expensive for what they are, you know, like they're a tenner or something. Maybe even more, some of them, I don't know. But I think that's a bit much for bookmarks. So unless it's one that I really want and I'm willing to pay that much, I try not to spend that much money on them. So most of mine are the cheaper ones. They're ones that are like £2, maybe £3 or £4. So they're the cheaper ones. Some of them will be more expensive than others, like the one I'm going to show you. And that's because some of them are designs that are like based off famous paintings. So this one is one of those famous paintings. So this is a bookmark that you'll have probably seen me use. And they've matched the wave to, well, they've matched the ribbon to the wave. And this is based off the Great Wave by Katsushika Hokusai. I'm not good at pronouncing names, but that's one of them. One of my bookmarks, and that'll be more expensive, but I don't know. I can't remember how much it was. But it'll have been less than £10 though. So the next one I'll show you is also from Waterstones. And this was £2. It still has the stick on it, which is how I know. I wouldn't otherwise. And again, I really like this one. I often use this for some of my more whimsical type ones like Anne of Green Gables, because even though it's a lot posher, that house, it reminds me of cottages and stuff like that. So yeah, next one again is very whimsical. This is, I mean, from the size of it, I'm gonna assume she's probably supposed to be like a fairy or something. But this is my bookmark, same price, and this is a bookshelf with a cat. If you can see it, I don't know if you can see it. You can't really see it, it's not really focusing properly, but it's a very, very tiny cat on the chair. So yeah, it has different things on it, and the girl looking at books, and as you can see, the books seem to be bigger than the girl, which makes me think fairies. So, I think that's quite accurate. Maybe. No wings though. I really like that one. The next one is another one of those famous paintings. Oh, here you go. So, this will help us with the wave one. So, this one, I'm sure most of you can tell, is the part of the Sunflower painting by Van Gogh. and this was £12. So yeah, this is one of the more expensive ones. So I think the Wave is same price, but that's that one. Some of them I was willing to spend that money on, you see, like this one, because I really like the Van Gogh paintings. We've got another one with a painting. This is by, what's his name? I don't know his first name, but this is a pattern by quite a famous guy called Morris, something Morris. He does a lot of this style of artwork. And this is called The Owl. Apparently it's an embroidered hanging, so I assume it's from like a tapestry or embroidery thing. But obviously it's a picture instead. But that's that one. I quite like that one. And then the other one that I got is quite a famous one. I'm sure you all know what it is. And this is a picture from the Mad Hatter's Tea Party from Alice in Wonderland. So again, these are the original artwork from the original books, because obviously there's lots of different variations on the pictures of Alice and characters. But this is the original one. And apparently this particular picture is taken from the nursery Alice, which is a shortened version of Alice in Wonderland. So yeah, there you go, there's that one. So all of those were from Waterstones. I do have more from Waterstones, but apparently we're taking a break from those in terms of where all my bookmarks are. So yeah, this one is a very old bookmark. I've had this for I don't know how long, and I got this from the Manchester Museum. And this is I think it's papyrus. I assume it is because it's Egyptian. And it's a bookmark that has the hieroglyphic alphabet on it. So it has a little picture there with some hieroglyphics and Anubis and Horus, I think. And, oh yeah, the Judgment. So yeah, Anubis and Horus even. And then there's the alphabet. So I got this a long time ago at the museum shop. I was massively into Egyptology, still am, but more so as a kid. So the next one is, I think I got this one free. I can't remember where. It was either a charity shop, because it was like in a book that I bought, or I picked it up at a bookshop type place, and it was one of the free ones that you can pick out. I'm not sure. Judging by the fact that it's advertising a bookshop in particular, I'm assuming I probably picked this up from a charity shop. It was inside one of my books. So that's this one. It's just your normal sort of paper, and it has some books on it, and it's advertising Bill and Ben Books. It's a website as well. Apparently they're an independent bookseller based in Oxford. Apparently it started in 1994, apparently. I don't know if they're still around. It would be cool if they did. If they were. They have a website, so I'm hoping you can buy them online as well. That would be really cool, because I don't live in Oxford. Nowhere near Oxford. Oxford is down south. I am up north of England. So a long way to go. And very expensive. And what they do is they recycle remainders and returns and overstocks to give them a second life, which is good. So they do second-hand books, which is really good. So yeah, I don't know if I'm able to check them out in the US or anywhere else. I don't know if they sell worldwide or not, and I don't know if they sell online anyway, even in England. I've been meaning to check, but I just haven't gotten around to it. But yeah, that's cool. Well, it's not cool, it's not very interesting, but it's cool because it's advertised in a bookshop. And then this bookmark is again a paper, cardboardy sort of one. This I also got from my dad. It was just hanging around, and I was like, ooh, bookmark. And again, it's advertised in a bookshop. I don't know whether my dad got this at that bookshop or not, because again, it's in Oxford, so I don't know. But this is advertising Blackwell's bookshop in Oxford and it's got a cool picture in black and white there. I assume that's probably where it lives or used to live. Although it's talking about part of Trinity College, so I don't know. Maybe Blackwell's is part of Trinity College, or was, I don't know. Anyway, but this is a vintage edition bookmark, and on the back there's a little quote there by John Masefield. I don't know who that is. I assume probably someone who writes books, I would assume, or worked at the college, I'm not sure. Yeah, again, I don't know if they sell online Blackwell's, because it'd be cool to try them out as well. I don't know what sort of books they sell either. And again, obviously, I don't know if they sell worldwide. But yeah, it's quite cool. I've only used this a couple of times, not used it much. Because I've used other ones, really. There's no particular reason why or anything, so yeah. So those are my miscellaneous ones, kind of. And now we are back to Waterstones. And I can't remember if I know the prices of these. Does it say? No, it doesn't say, but if I remember correctly, these ones were in a little bookmark package holder thing that you take them out of, or keep them in and use it that way as well, of course. But either way, I'll just go through them anyway. So this is Grow Your Own Way with loads of mushrooms. I like mushrooms. The only problem is with tassels, I always have a problem with them getting caught in my bag. So this is the state of my tassels on all of these bookmarks, and I'll show you all of them. They've all just gotten pulled off. So before they were like a proper tassel, you know, like you know, in that sort of style. Maybe not quite as many, but still, you know, a lot. So that's a bit sad. But yeah, it also has a ruler of sorts on the back. Not the best ruler really, but it would do, I'm sure. But yeah, but I still use them. It's just a shame. And it also has a little mushroom charm thing as well. Look at that. There it is. I do like the charms. But the sad thing is, again, some of them get pulled off as well. The next one is one that I love. I love all of them, but I love this one. Because this one has a panda on it, and it says, "It's not hoarding Gifford's books." And I believe him, you know. He looks very intelligent. I believe him. I think he's right. But I like this one, and again the tassels got pulled off. So this one's done better than the first mushroom one. There's 2 left. And it's got these little charms, which are cute, and they go with the books. So yeah, I like this one. I mean, I like all of them. There's none that I like the most really, other than by default the one my brother made, because obviously that's made by family. Of course, that's going to be the best one. But yeah, in terms of out the ones I have bought, I don't really have a favourite. So this one is the saddest of the lot, because there's also no charm in it anymore. I've lost it because, again, got pulled off. And this is drink good coffee and read good books. And I like that one. I thought that was really nice. And this used to have some sort of tassel and charm. The charm was like a little bead that was like, what colour? It wasn't cream or white. Well, it sure was. It kind of, you know those gourds, like squashes, that have the green stripes on them? And they're a bit like creamy sort of looking. It's like that, but more circular. Because I don't think they're circular, those ones. But anyway, that's what that little bead was. I don't know where the bead's gone. So this one's the saddest of the 3, but that's alright, I can still use it. Just such a shame, you know. You spend all that money on them and they just get pulled off or lost. It's a shame. But there we go. So, oh no, there's a couple more bookmarks. So, as I said, there's a couple that I'm using, or was using. One of them I should really be put back. But one of them I'm using in my current read, which is in this moment. And the book, again, there wasn't really any perfect fit. Not that I expected it really. But the bookmark that I decided to go with is this one. Again, this is from Waterstones. And I really like this one. I like how fancy it looks with its little corners and stuff like that. And some lovely flowers and a bee. Love it. And for those of you who are interested, I'm currently on chapter 22. So fun. We just get to see September. So, yes. Fun. So yeah, that's my bookmark that I'm currently using there. Yeah, I've got nothing else to say to that one. It doesn't perfectly match the book cover, but we live. It's fine. I might as well take this out because I don't actually do that now. Okay, so the next one is one that I got when I bought a Christian non-fiction, I think. Yes, I think so. I think I bought it when I bought one of Joyce Meyer's non-fiction books. And it was either a forgiveness book. Oh no. What's it called? I don't know. It's on forgiveness. Either that one, or it was the one that is loving people who are hard to love. Either way, one of those, and this bookmark came with them. And this is a lovely one with leaves and a little golden tassel. And it has a verse from the Bible on it. And it has, the verse is 1 Corinthians 16:14. Let all that you do be done in love. So, yeah. I don't know if it's the most accurate taken from scripture, because obviously it's a short little verse on the bookmark. So obviously sometimes things can be changed. But that, I've read it. I know that is basically what it says anyway. So those are all my bookmarks. Obviously that doesn't include things like the ribbons that are attached to my Bibles, stuff like that. But so these are all my physical removable bookmarks. So yeah, I don't really have a favourite particularly, other than this one, of course, because this is the one that was made for me. So other than that, which will always be a favourite, I don't think I particularly have a favourite. I do really like the sunflower one, and I think it's partly because I like the blue background as well. It just seems very bright and just lovely to look at, basically. So I think that one is close to that. Otherwise, I do really enjoy drink good coffee and read good books, because I agree. I also really like it's not hoarding if it's books, because I like to live in denial. After all, I did say I love Egypt. Sorry. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed seeing all of my bookmarks. Those are the ones that I think I've got. So yeah, let me know which one's your favourite. Is there any that you particularly like? Let me know. And let me know, do you use bookmarks? And if you do you have a favourite? For any reason, it doesn't have to be because it looks nice. It could be because it was a gift, or it was made for you by a family member, you know, like a child, or, you know, sibling, parent, whatever. Oh, I do also have, I forgot, talk about family members. Terrible, I forget about this one because it doesn't fit in my mug, my bookmark mug. This was made by my grandma when she was at a craft afternoon where they just, you know, drink tea and coffee, cake, do a bit crafty things. And this was around Christmas. So she made this one. Let's move that. There we go. And it says Merry Christmas. It's got stickers, you know, tree, Father Christmas and Rudolph and friends. So yeah, just a basic one because she's not very into her crafts. And then you've got a little plastic ribbony type thing. So yeah, we've got this one as well. So I forgot about that. It's because I have to keep it somewhere else. It's so big, it doesn't fit. I'm trying, there you go. too big. Oh well. So yeah, let me know whether you have a favourite bookmark or not, or whether you use bookmarks. If you don't, what do you use instead? Do you just dog ear the corners, or use just random bits of paper or receipts, etc.? Let me know. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little bit of a different style video. And thank you, Reese, for doing this video. I think it's a really cool idea. And I'm sure if any of you film videos and you like what I've done and you like Reese's video, then I'm sure it's not tagged, so you know, you could always show yours if you like. But otherwise, yeah, just mention it down in the comments down below. And yes, thank you for watching. I pray God blesses you. And yes, bye guys.